Oh my god, I'm so comfy.
What if we fall asleep a little siesta?
We've been siestaing this whole freaking trip.
That's how I knew we would be besties.
I know. I mean, even the retreat, we all took a siesta.
Day one.
That's not right.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, it was
like when you
good.
meet a group of people that want a siesta.
Oh my god, that was so good. But you also know those people are like adulting.
You also know they're nurses.
Right.
Can you guys tell who I'm talking to right now?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hi everyone. If you don't know, it's your favorite caffeinated, medicated, and never hydrated nurse, John. Oh, we got clapping. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's a cheesy little button I found.
I know.
Why not?
It's so cute.
Yes, I wanted to thank you for being here.
Oh my god.
I'm honored.
No, wait 1 second.
Oh.
I should be the one thanking you for inviting me in this podcast.
Stop.
No, for real.
Stop.
I'm so happy that you have a podcast.
Thank you.
We get to listen to you more.
We get to learn together through this journey.
Well, listen, remember I was telling you should make a podcast because you're really good at talking into the camera. So now you have one.
And then I am.
Yeah.
It's like I manifested it. You manifested it for me.
No, you manifested it. You did all of that, girl. I was like, ooh, throwing some little stuff in there.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
If you guys didn't know, I am your host, Lindsay Shelton. I am the host of Friends and Enemas. What you're listening to. My little... Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay, before we start, let's cheers.
Oh, yeah, let's cheers. So we have a mimosa here. It's 10:30 p.m., but mimosa all day long.
Mimosa all day long. It's
anytime,
like brunch.
Anywhere. Period.
But 10:30 p.m. brunch.
Well, we're supposed to go on a brunch today, but we did not.
Tell them what we did instead.
10 minutes into driving to Malibu, we were like, okay, why don't we go to Universal Studios?
A spontaneous trip to Universal?
Yeah, or like, you know what? Let's not eat brunch. Let's just go to Universal.
Literally, honestly, it was the best day. I'm so glad we did that. We did that with our friend Anna. If you don't know Anna the nurse, labor and delivery. We all three went to Universal and had the best time.
It's crazy.
What was your favorite ride?
My favorite ride was Transformer. It was my first time going to Transformer.
Okay, I like Transformer too. But my favorite ride was Jurassic Park.
Honestly, that one was so good.
The dinosaurs are good.
Yeah.
They really do look real.
The last part where you go super high and then it drops you.
Drops from the ceiling.
I love that feeling.
I loved it.
It's like a cold blue feeling.
A little bit of adrenaline. It actually made my bowels move, but I didn't shart. So we're good there.
Me neither. It was fun though. I peed a little.
No one knew though.
Yeah, just a little dot.
No diaper or anything.
Nope.
No depends. Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you before we get to the end of the podcast, I'm doing this thing with each guest. Each guest is going to come up with a question for the next guest.
Oh, that's so smart.
Without knowing who they are.
I love that.
Okay. And I have your question from the last guest.
Who was your last guest?
I can't tell you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'll tell you off of here.
Off of here. Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
Your question is, what is something you would want to tell your younger self right now?
That is so sweet.
Yeah, I thought so. It's a good one for you, I think.
What is something I would tell my younger self now?
And what's crazy is it kind of fits in to some stuff we're going to talk about.
Oh, love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it would be that you can be whoever you want to be in life and that nothing is impossible, and that I think destiny and fate, if whatever you're dreaming of is meant for you, it's going to happen. Because I dream a lot when I was younger, and at least 85% of those dreams happened to me.
I love that.
In a timeline I never expected.
I love that.
And even more. So I'm like, you know what? You just gotta trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe that good things happen to good people, and yeah.
I love that. Actually, that resonates with me too, because I feel like growing up, and I grew up in a toxic household, so like growing up with people who didn't believe in you, it took me a while longer, and I'm still working on it day by day.
Right.
But it took me a while longer to believe in myself, I think. So when you're putting in the work in your mind, it really does start to happen.
Right. Exactly.
It really does.
And really, I think another thing that I realized that is that you should not let people's opinion affect your growth and what you think and believe about yourself. Because a lot of times, you know, when it's like the people you love who tells you negative things, it affects you and you doubt yourself and you start like
You like file it away.
exactly, or asking yourself, am I really the problem? Is there really something wrong with me? But there's none. It's just that people are cruel, people are negative, and that should not affect you.
I love that. Something I want to add to that is, you know what a compliment sandwich is?
No, never heard of it.
So a compliment sandwich is when someone says, oh my God, you're really pretty, but...
Mm-hmm.
And the but,
Mm-hmm.
I think, is their insecurity. And it
Right.
says way more about them than it does you.
Right, exactly.
And I love that.
I just burped. That sounded like E.T.
You know, burping in the mic, I love it. I love it. That's definitely the guest mic from here on out. I'm going to have to label it.
There's John burp on this. You know how like they put like Melanie was here.
You should sign
You're
it.
just like
You should fucking
Nurse
sign it.
John burp on here.
Nurse John, burp on here.
I love that. Okay, well that's good to know. I never heard about compliment sandwich.
Yeah, well, now you know.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
That's what it's called. I mean, like I've had those kind of like
You have-
comments.
Yeah, they were
In
like kind of
life.
passive aggressive, and the compliment doesn't ever make you feel good.
Right. And I also come from a culture that does that a lot. Because in the Filipino culture, really, it's always... Let's say you go to like a family function or a party.
Okay.
The first thing they notice is something that has changed in you. And usually it's not the positive. It's like, oh my God, you gained weight. Oh my God, you got darker. Or like, oh my God, your lips got bigger. Instead of like where's hello? Where's... what happened to hello?
What happened to hello? How are you?
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, I didn't realize that was kind of a thing in your culture.
It is. It's called a toxic Filipino trait, or like something that is common to our culture.
Okay.
Yeah, that they always notice something that's like bad in you instead of like the positive.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh my God, you look so tired. Or like, oh my God, you got fatter.
That's definitely a compliment sandwich.
Literally.
Literally.
I did not know that's what it's called.
Now you know.
I just call it toxic fucking traits.
Toxic fucking shit.
Right, exactly.
Shit. Well, I'm sorry, I don't like that, but I want you to know I have no compliment sandwich for you. I think you're great. I
Me
really
neither.
like you.
Me neither. I think it's
Heart ice.
love you. And I think that's the good thing about like finding people that actually has the same kind of like mind view, like point of view as you are, and had been through things, and you guys just like relate to each other, and you guys are like, you know what, we've been through a lot of things, but the most important part is you found your people
Yeah.
who actually understands you and like you.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I found you. Okay, moving on. That's a lot of emotional baggage.
I know.
Don't make me cry.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, so I kind of want you. I'm curious about. We know where you're from, the Philippines.
Yes.
When did you become a nurse, and why did you become a nurse?
Right. So it's I have been telling this story for a long time now. I did my nursing studies in Canada, in Quebec, Canada.
Mhm.
That's where I started my studies. I started in general studies first because I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. So,
Okay.
and at the same time, my grades were not the best.
Same.
Which, first of all, should not identify you as a nurse or as a person. Your grades, never. Zero.
Literally never.
I swear to
That's a whole
God,
side.
when I was in nursing, the first 2 semesters, I thought I need to get A's.
I thought that too. And what's hilarious is no one asks you about your GPA once you're gone.
Right. And then
No
you
one.
work with the valedictorian,
Yep.
the straight A student, and you guys have the same amount of like pay per hour.
And intelligence. Just
Thank
because
you.
you're not making good grades does not mean you're smart. Does not mean you're not smart.
Period.
Period. Per.
Exactly. So anyways, I studied general studies, then applied to nursing the first time, did not get approved, and then the second time I finally got approved. So I'm gonna burp again.
I just burped in the mic too.
Nursing burped me twice.
Oh my god, it's all those rides they jumbled our.
Those rides made me. I'm still a little nauseous from that. Queasy. Anyway, so second time I finally got approved, and I was so happy to be nursing and finally doing something that I want. That is because of my grandfather who suffered from Alzheimer's and stage 4 lung cancer. So we had to take care of him a lot.
Yeah.
And I was so young before, and I felt like I did not give enough or take care of him enough because I didn't know anything that time. And really, the healthcare situation in the Philippines is 10 times worse than it is here in North America.
Really?
Right. It's a third world country. So like if you don't got money, you die.
You don't have healthcare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were lucky enough that I guess we're considered as middle class because my mom was working in Canada, so she's bringing money from Canada to the Philippines. So that's like quadruple of like if you're working in the Philippines.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
Quadruple. I had to count in my head.
I don't know how much
I don't know how much it is, but it's four times.
a dollar is like 40 peso.
Oh my god.
You know how like
Yeah.
Mexican use peso? We call it peso too.
Okay.
So like it's 40 peso.
Okay.
That's like 40 coins.
Well, I did listen to your first... Wait, I gotta go back. Sorry. When you said you didn't get into nursing school the first time, did you know I didn't either?
Oh my god. Really?
And so now we're bonding again. Because literally, I thought when I got... Okay, I have to tell you.
Okay.
Jared and I applied for nursing school at the same time.
Okay.
When we got our letters in the mail, he had a big envelope. The big rectangle envelope.
Right.
I had the little square envelope.
Oh my god.
I started bawling before I even opened it.
You're like, wait, I didn't make it.
I fucking didn't make it. He made me open it. Declined. Rejected.
Oh
Did
my
not get
God.
accepted. And I literally
too.
thought I was so stupid. And that's not... I'm telling you guys this because it's not the case. You're not stupid.
Right.
Everything... This is so cheesy, but everything happens for a reason. And I truly think had I gotten into nursing school the first time, I would have failed at some point because I just wasn't ready.
Everything is meant to happen in its own timeline, I think.
It really is.
Right.
It really
exactly.
is. So sorry, I didn't want to sidestep
it's
from your
okay.
story, but I
We're
wanted to
good.
let you know, like, that happened to me too, and I feel like that happens to so many nursing students.
Right. So don't give up, you guys.
Don't
That's
give up.
the message. Don't give up.
Don't give
Life
up.
happens, and
Keep persevering.
Right. Some
Yeah.
failures in life should not stop you from like pursuing something you love.
No.
Or like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, so yeah.
I was going to say that I did listen to your podcast about how you got into everything, and he just gave us a very short brief of that. So you guys
Yes.
should definitely go check out I Beg Your Pardon
I beg your pardon.
and listen to that episode because it has a lot of really great things in it, along with something deeper with John, which is about his grandpa, and I think you guys should definitely go listen because it's really good.
You're so sweet. So yeah, it's about my grandpa, and also I grew up in a family of mostly women. So I have that caring, nurturing environment.
Okay.
So I wanted to really it's never also in a Filipino culture, as you may know, every single unit and every single hospital there's one Filipino nurse, right? That is because in the Philippines there's also this common thing that parents pushes their kids to be nurses, because in the Philippines, again, it's a third world country, so you should be studying for something that's going to bring you a better life.
Okay.
So the choices are either an engineer, a doctor, or a nurse.
Wow.
But thinking about it, nurse, with the pay we have, that should not even be there.
compared to the other two.
You should be like engineer, doctor, McDonald's manager at night. Because that is going to pay you much better than nursing.
No, literally. Does it have anything to do with the fact that we can pick up overtime? Do they know that? Is that a part
I
of it?
have no idea why it's such a big thing. Because even in
That's
the
interesting.
Philippines, Filipino nurses are moving to overseas countries because they don't get paid
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Overseas is just like moving from our country to another country.
Okay.
So you cross over the sea.
Okay.
So overseas.
I get it.
You cross the seas to go to another country and find a better life. That's why there's so many nurses around America and everywhere around the world.
Wow.
It's because they're trying to get a better life with their license and their profession.
Have you heard of... I'm going to butcher some of this because I don't know exactly what it's about.
Right.
But of America contracting Filipino nurses.
Oh, yeah,
over
absolutely.
here, but then paying them even less.
Yes, absolutely.
What the fuck is that about?
And you know why? It's because, again, the money that they're getting here, the $10, let's say they're getting paid $20, and usually that's not right? Because the state of living here in the United States, it's more than $20 an hour. If you're getting paid $20 an hour, you're probably not going to survive.
No.
That $20, when you convert it to peso in the Philippines, is a lot. That can probably sustain you for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Compared to here, that you're not even going to survive a day with $20.
It still makes me mad though, because they deserve the original pay.
Exactly. But the thing is, Americans, Canadians, or other country are so desperate and in need of nurses that they will take these nurses from poor countries and send them here and promise them good life when that promise of good life is not even actually right.
Yeah.
It's not even good life.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I do see, like, obviously, yes, it's more money than they were originally getting in the Philippines, but it's still like, I don't know, it's like a game almost.
Right. And I don't want to say, like, you know, Filipino people are dumb. They're not dumb.
No.
They're just desperate to give their family the good life that they deserve.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, you know, countries like first world country like North America take advantage of that and use that to get Filipino nurses and other nurses from other countries too.
Yeah.
That's just, I guess, is the situation. And it's never talked about because we're so short staffed here too. It's bad.
They use that as a crutch, I feel like, to be like, well, if you want more staff, here it is.
Right.
But it's like we're still treating people poorly by doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So anyway, where did I left off? So it's mostly my, you know, the female people that I grew up with, and of course the biggest part is my grandpa. So then I went to nursing. I did 5 years of nursing because we have college and then bachelor's, which is like probably here in America it's ADN and then bachelor's.
Yes.
That's what I did. And now here I am, been a nurse for 3 years. Been doing content creation at the same time, and I'm so happy. And I met you through content creation.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Like, people meet, you know, my parents, I don't think, I mean, my like grandparents definitely don't understand like online meeting, but content creation, people that create content and then meet, it's like even another level of meeting someone online.
Right.
And it's like you're meeting people with the same mindset, and sometimes they're not who you think they are, but fortunately, I can attest to this. John is exactly who you think he is. He's amazing. He's hilarious. More funny in person, which
She's
is
BSing
like...
right now.
No, it's like, how could you be more funny than you already are in person?
Oh,
but
stop.
you freaking are.
She's doing this because I'm now in the podcast. I'm kidding. But so is Lindsay. Is the same person. I mean, the first time I saw you, I was like, she's so fucking cool. Like, I want to be friends with her. But then the thing about social media is like, I try to guard myself with a lot of things in social media just because, you know, social media itself is very superficial and you can never really tell sometimes who's real and who's not. So I have to like guard myself and really be like, hey, I have to get to know you before we reach a certain level of like, I'm comfortable sharing things with you.
Absolutely.
And I think we're on that level now.
Yeah.
Where we share a lot of things together.
I think so too.
Which I'm so happy.
Me too, because it making friends in your adult life is hard. Making good friends.
Right. And also I believe in the fact that family isn't blood. Family is the people who's there with you on your best, on your worst, and on your normal days.
And who choose you.
Exactly. It's the people who choose you even when you don't choose yourself. And they're there.
I fully agree with that, because you guys will learn more about my background, and even John will, through our friendship, but my family has not always treated me like family, but some of my friends have chosen me as family, and that's who I view as my family. Because you love people through the hard times and through their growth periods. You inspire each other, you push each other, you root for each other. That's family.
That's it. And I know like people would say, but like you guys probably have met like a year now, so why are you guys sharing like personal life or like things private and whatnot? I also believe in the fact that it's not about the amount of times or like how long have you been friends with someone. It's just like love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you meet that one person and you already know after meeting that person that you want to marry that person, and that person is going to be your forever, then go marry that person.
Absolutely.
Or just like be friends with that person, and then
it's a vibe that you feel like from the inside.
Right. And I'm the type of person that I meet you once, I already know what kind of person you are, type of thing.
Are you an empath?
Yeah, I'm an empath. I don't know if it's being an empath, but like
You're
I have
intuitive.
I always been like feel people's energy, and I can already tell this, okay, I can be comfortable, I can be who I am in front of this person, or I should not be who I am and be something else in front of this person.
Yeah. I met someone that I'm friends with. I'm not comfortable enough to be like my silly, goofy, ridiculous self completely. Right. And she's definitely told me like, you're not who I thought you were. And I'm like, well, maybe it's more so I'm just not comfortable enough to be who I really am. And that's, you know, something I should probably work on, just be who I want to be regardless. But sometimes it feels safer to have my little guard up.
Shell, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just safer.
Because like sometimes you should not reveal yourself to everyone.
To the wrong people.
Because people are going to judge you no matter what. Yep. I learned that too, that there's no matter what you do good in life, no matter how good you are, you can be the goodest person in the world, and somebody will still hate on something about you.
100%.
And you cannot control that.
Yes. I always say, like, you could post a picture of the beach and there will be haters and trolls being like, why didn't you fucking post about that mountain?
Right.
Like, they're going to pick something that's so irrelevant that it doesn't matter. They're always going to be there. So that's why you have to be, not obsessed, but maybe a little obsessed with yourself. Like, you should love yourself and who you are and where you came from and where you're going. You should totally be on board for that.
Right. And not be affected by people's opinion, because I'll be honest, I have been the type that I read people's... Oh my god. The queasiness is here again. Oh my god, those rides really took me the fuck off. So anyway, what was I saying?
You were saying that you'll be honest, that you'll read people's comments, and...
I do read people's comment, and I listen to people when they tell me things. Mm-hmm. And it does affect me, but less now, I think, more than it was before. And when people tell me something super straight, because there are people that just, they don't have a filter in their mouth, mm-hmm. and they would tell you every single thing that comes out, like they think of.
And sometimes they just shouldn't, like, have a filter sometimes.
Right. And then it would affect me, and I would change myself and try to fit in on that kind of idea that they have about me. But then I learn in time, like, why should I?
Absolutely.
Like, who are these people, and why should I be changing myself for them?
I feel like that just means your emotional intelligence is growing, and like you're growing as a person. Right. Because I think a lot of people go through that. People pleaser is what we call it.
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on it, and I should. And I will still keep working on it. Yeah. With my therapist.
Yeah, with my therapist. Are you comfortable with giving your therapist's first name? I refer to mine all the time, Miss Sheila.
What's Teresa?
Teresa. Sheila and Teresa would probably be besties.
Yeah, I love her. She understands me. She understands what I go through. And she really listens to me. And she would give me suggestion of like all these books that I had to read, but I'm not a reader. That's a problem. So I just keep buying these books from Amazon, and they keep piling up. And she's like, oh my god, so which book have you read? I was like, none. But I'm following your advices.
Yeah, you can still follow their advice. I think my toxic trait with my therapist is she's very maternal, and I love that.
Yeah.
And so we'll be like, okay, bye. And I see her online, so on my screen.
Right.
Then we'll click leave meeting. I'll be like, bye, Mom, I love you.
Oh my God, that's so
she
cute.
can't know that. Sheila, if you're listening.
Shit.
Sheila, if you're listening, you can't know that.
That is really cute.
It's cute because, okay, but not in like a grippy sock, like not in a way
Right.
that she should be alarmed. It's just like, I'm like, I feel that comfortable with her.
Right.
But I
And
don't know if she gets my sense of humor. I don't know if she would think that's
it could also be the fact that, you know, you're probably been yearning in that kind of like sense of like mother daughter
yeah.
relationship, and
100%.
she's giving you that feeling, that comfort, that safe space to be feeling that way, and that's good.
It is good.
Amazing.
It's just
Love
funny.
it. So
Okay,
yeah.
I love that we get deep and moody.
Oh my God, we are. And listen, guys, I'm a crier. The thing is,
Me
like, we're gonna cry in this podcast, and you guys should get your tissue paper and cry with us, because crying is okay.
It's
Thank
healthy.
You.
It's
It is
healthy.
healthy.
Thank you.
Come on, cry. You have a mental breakdown in the bathroom. That's fine.
That's fine. If you confront someone that you're upset with and you cry, me too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Okay, bye. No, I'm just kidding. We're not done. Okay, well, I'm kind of switching gears here because earlier we were talking about new grads. Like,
Right.
you know, we went to nursing school, all the things. But do you have an embarrassing new grad story?
An embarrassing new grad story. I think.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay, sure.
Let me tell you mine.
Sure.
Okay. So, my embarrassing well, I have a lot of embarrassing new grad stories. I actually still get embarrassing stories, but I remember one of my very first ones. I'm an ICU nurse.
Right.
So, I was taking care of a patient with a trach,
Okay.
with a respiratory therapist for the very first time, and I'm really excited because it's a new thing for me. And nobody told me, don't stand in the line of fire.
Oh
You know
my
what that
God.
is?
Oh no, I can already imagine. I work in a trach. I work in med surg, but we have trach patient, laryngectomy patient. Ooh.
So you know. Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I stood in the line of fire while we were
Cleaning up.
cleaning.
Oh,
and she
God.
didn't tell me. She let me learn my lesson. Literally on my neck, down into my scrubs.
Ooh.
And this is not making fun of patients. This is just kind of educating you new nurses. Don't stand in the line of fire.
It happened.
It happens. I'm not upset with the patient. I'm upset with the RT for not telling me. That might be what I'm upset
upset
about.
the fact that that thick, juicy phlegm went into my scrubs. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I thought about my embarrassing nursing
Okay. Tell me.
story.
Tell
My
me.
first ever. So I had this 20. Not 20. I think she's on her 30s or 40s, but she obviously have kids because I read it from her the report and her chart
Okay.
that she has like 2 kids and whatnot.
Okay.
So I came into the room. I was like, "Hi, my name is John. I'm gonna be your nurse today, and I just want to say that everything is going good. I'm actually discharging you today. Congratulations!" And I was like, "Congratulations to you too, husband. You can bring home your wife."
Nuh-uh.
And she's like, "Oh, that's not my husband. That is my father." That is the time I realized I should never assume something or just ask. I guess I was literally like, "Oh my God, congratulations, you can bring your wife." And because the dad looks so young.
They look the same age probably or similar.
Right.
Honestly, I've done that before too.
You're right. So then after that,
Then you're just like, are you taking this person home?
yeah. So now I learned that I should just not say anything towards any family members and just be like, "Oh my God, go away,
Goodbye.
goodbye."
You just don't label them.
Yeah, you just don't go deep conversation, because next thing you know, you're finding out a lot of like crazy stuff, UFOs, Area 51, and other murder stories.
Speaking of UFOs, this is literally my next topic. How did you know?
Are you serious?
I swear to God, look. I was going to say, remember earlier we were talking about how we just got back from a brain trip in Palm Springs?
Yes.
From Gadmalad.
Garmalad, yes.
You say it right. Say it correctly.
Garmalad.
Gadmalad.
Garmalad.
Gadmalad. I'm still trying.
Yes.
We just got back from a retreat with them in Palm Springs. We all were out in the hot tub a few nights ago. It was completely dark, and 3 of us saw a UFO in the sky.
Right. And it's so funny though because now the government and everything else is talking about how UFO is real. You should believe it. You should be aware. You should be alarmed. But you know that it's just a distraction from the Project Blue Beam. Beam Blue project.
What's
Something
Beam
like
Blue?
that. Blue Beam
What's
project.
Blue Beam?
Oh my god. So
I don't watch the news.
We have
I'm
to
scared of the news.
We do have to search it up, but it's like a Project Blue Beam where it's how we're gonna have a one world something where there's no religion. Read it.
Okay. What is Project Blue Beam? I don't know if this site is reputable, you guys, but I'm just going to read straight from it. It's a conspiracy theory about a supposed project whose purpose is to create an artificial second coming in order to control people. As per the alleged theory, the New World's purpose is to abolish all Christian and traditional religions in order to replace them with one world religion based on the cult of man. What?
Thank you.
That
is it.
Yeah, there's a lot more than that, but we'll just stop there because honestly, that's freaking me out.
So Project Blue Beam is basically creating the new world, new order, where there's no like religion and.
Are we just gray blobs in the New World?
Exactly.
Are we all just the same?
That's the case. So now, like, people are talking about UFO, and now everyone's being believed that with their stories from like 1945 and 1921. You should have believed Edward blah 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 from when he was saying that UFOs are real.
What?
But it's real.
It is real.
And like, if they want to hurt us, they should have hurted us before.
Right. And maybe they're just curious.
I know. Anyway, so like you guys saw it because I was like
he was
looking
faced
back.
the other way. John was faced the other way, but me, Joey, and Amber for sure saw something. There was one other person. We for sure saw something.
Yep.
And we all were trying to explain to the Gothmalad team that we saw a UFO, and we were so serious about it. And the other John that was there is very logical, and he was like, "Guys, no." And then of course, while we're all trying to explain it, we all say it's a different fucking color that we saw. I was like, it was a white blob, and it zipped through the sky. And then they said, "What? It wasn't white.
They're
it
like,
was
no,
orange."
it's orange. And then no, it was green. So like the story became more and more unbelievable. And John is just like, okay, guys, you guys are he's losing your mind.
Literally, he was so over it, but
So funny.
it made me laugh because that the same night of the other horrors.
Yeah, it was the same night.
So
Because we went to bed.
we all went to bed. I was getting ready for bed. I was showering. The lights went off. I was rooming with Anna. I thought she turned them off. I said, "Anna, turn the lights on." She said, "What? I didn't turn the lights off." And then they started flickering. I was like, "Stop. It's not funny."
That is the funniest thing because, like I said, I told you guys, I was
You were
butt
in the
naked.
shower too.
I was butt naked in the shower, my hands in between my butt cheeks already. No, because I was like, there's soap in my butt cheeks. I was cleaning my ass, and then the light started like flickering, like on off. And the hurtful thing is you guys are texting me and telling me, "John, stop playing with the fucking lights." And I'm like, I am literally, how am I supposed to play with the lights if I'm playing with my butt cheeks?
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
We're
so stupid. Literally, that is what happened, guys. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?" I thought that there were like weird sensors. I kept walking by in the room, and then I looked at the group chat. Everyone is like, "John, stop. John, stop. Stop playing with the lights." And then we start hearing people come out of their room. So we all go to the living room. And John comes out of his room. We're like, "Stop playing with the lights." He's like, "I've been in my room playing with my butt cheeks."
And my heart was literally pounding because
It really was.
everything was off at some point.
At some point,
and
everything
so
was off.
I was in my boxer after that because I had to like, run real quick because I'm scared too. Because my room has like a big door.
Oh, you said you heard footsteps and you heard knocking.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, so it's one of these people who's like fucking with me.
you.
So I was like, guys, you should stop it right now. And then I come out, and I was to blame for. Everybody was blaming me, and I was like, how am I the suspect when I'm part of the victim here? And they're like, John, stop fucking with us. You should not. And I literally kneel down in front of them, asking them for like, please stop blaming me. And I don't know.
For those of you that are watching on our YouTube, you're going to see the clip of him literally on his knees begging for mercy.
But no one's believing me. They're like, John, it's you. We know you. Because, so what happened is before that, I was the first one to arrive in Palm Springs. And the lights start shutting off. So I was playing prank with the team, the Guard Malad team.
Wait, I didn't know this part.
No, remember May was saying
remember.
how like John was playing like a horror music song and he was turning off the light. That was meant. I attested to that, and I literally said, yeah, that was me. But this one was not me at all.
And to be honest, I do believe you about the lights. Okay, so when me and Anna figured out that you were really scared, we both said, let's hide. So originally we hid in the laundry room because it was right outside your door and we were going to scare you. And Sydney from across the hall saw us, literally froze in her tracks. But because she couldn't see, we're like, it's us. Remember, so I hid behind the wall. I'm like, this was my scare to John. I literally hid. He walked off and I said, boo. That was mine. Easy, made him scream, no big deal.
Right.
Anna turned into fucking Gollum
from Lord of the Rings
/ The Ring, girl.
And we were all scared. I thought she was
literally frog hopped.
That was so bad.
We were screaming. I was bawling.
I zoomed like Fast and the Furious zoom.
He zoomed between the whole crowd.
Oh my god,
literally,
that was really bad.
He left us behind. You know, like when there's one, like if something bad happens, sometimes people stop to help. John said, bye. It's my life or nothing.
Because I'm really scared. And people are still like thinking I'm the one who's doing all this prank or bullshit. And then at some point they're like, oh, it's you and Anna. You and Anna are doing this to us.
Because the water bottle fell out of through the house.
So that's what I don't understand is the water bottle.
Those are the two pieces I don't get.
First of all, the water bottle stand on the ground.
On the ground. And was thrown from one side of the house to the fucking other.
And they're like, that's you, John, because you're on that side. I was like, excuse me.
Okay, what about the other water bottle that was on the nightstand?
Right.
And literally fell, none of us were over there, fell off the nightstand onto the chair.
That's not any one of us.
That's not a coincidence.
And first of all, it was on like a side table and it went down on a chair.
On a chair. Out of guys, I was literally crying. You
should show them the video of you crying.
Oh, it'll be posted because I was bawling.
He was weeping.
I was like, can we all just sleep in the living room together?
It was like 1:30 freaking a.m. I was so tired.
The cemetery music? So we all decide, you know what? Fuck up the lights, Alexa.
Right.
That's what we figured out, that this was a smart home. Maybe Alexa was fucking with the lights.
Right. And again, like people were like, John was like telling Alexa to, Alexa, fuck up the lights. Like it's an option. Like it's an option that Alexa, yes, no problem. I will fuck up the lights. Like what the hell?
So we decided,
It's
whatever,
crazy.
We're gonna go to bed. We all go back to our rooms. We shut the door, but except for John, that we hear opens the door, runs back out, and so we're like, what?
Because
cemetery music in his fucking room.
Cemetery music was playing in my room, which is so like ironic because I was playing it like two nights before, so like it would make people suspect that it was me doing it.
Hell yeah, it was.
So I was like, what the fuck? Is there camera hidden in here?
So then if it really wasn't you, because I don't know if I'm 100% convinced it wasn't, but let's say I am. Let's say that I believe you. Then
Let's say that I believe you. I'm so sorry.
Then that means the owners of that villa are playing some weird fucking prank on us.
So the funny thing is, what we did is we went to one of the influencers' room, Amber, and we checked. She's like, guys, I think my plug is not a real plug. we should investigate because I think it's a fake plug and there's a camera behind it. So we close all the
Because all those TikToks we saw of the Airbnbs.
because we saw a lot of the thing is like at 2-3 a.m. in the morning, TikTok would literally put your algorithm in this scary, creepy shit. And you're watching this Airbnb and all of the sides of the Airbnb or the plugs, the light bulb, the behind the TV has camera in it and it's watching you. So we all got so freaked out.
I literally have video of that too.
We literally close the lights and we open our phone lights to check if there's
a lens.
like a lens that's like behind the plugs or the wall. And somebody was like, even that wall is fake. And I was like, you guys are all delusional. Like, how did we go from a ghost now where Airbnb camera hunting? I was like, what the hell is going on?
We were delirious.
It was so funny.
ICU delirium. This was villa delirium. Literally, one of us, when we went to Louie's bathroom, we were checking everyone's closet under the beds. We were scared. We went to her bathroom. I checked the mirror in case it was a two-way mirror. But that mirror lines up with a hallway. It couldn't be a two-way mirror. Like, it doesn't lead into a room.
Right. Oh my God. It was so crazy.
It was terrifying.
And the funny thing is, in the villa, the CEO of the company lives. They were sleeping on the other side of the villa, which is connected. Well, it's not connected.
Room. It's
but
like a guest house.
It's a guest house, but basically the whole house is controlled by Alexa. So like when you say open the lights, it would open all lights everywhere. They were so mad at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. They're like, guys, can you stop playing with the lights? And we're like, what am I supposed to tell you guys? We're not playing with the lights. Somebody's playing with us.
Literally said, this place is fucking haunted. We're about to call 911. And they were like, wait, what?
It was so crazy because they're probably like closing their eyes and it's like partying.
They literally thought we were just drunk.
I know.
Being stupid. And the guys, we literally were stone cold sober. We were not drunk.
No. I mean, we had like a shot of like
Malibu
or Smirnoff.
Yeah, it was each one. And it was hours before.
It was like 2-3 hours after, like, it passed, like, you know.
Like, but that was it. That wouldn't be drunk off of a shot of Malibu.
No.
And, like, no one would believe us that we weren't drunk. We were like, guys, we were so fucking scared.
It was so bad. I was shaking when I went back to my room.
And then Jasmine came and slept with us.
Did she sleep?
She did. She came to sleep with me and Anna.
Did she really?
Yes, I would not have slept by myself either.
Shit. I thought we all slept in our room.
No, she came to sleep with us. I'm telling you, it was fucking scary.
At some point at 3 a.m. it stopped. So we're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're like, all right, guys. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Ciao.
For some coffee.
Oh, that was so funny. I cannot.
Okay, so I have one last question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Was it you?
Jesus. See, I knew it. I knew they were gonna suspect me because
Because you're a jokester.
I'm a jokester, you guys, but like on that fucking situation, I was like, this is like the downside of being a jokester. People will think like you could really be telling them like you've seen an UFO and they're like, John, you're fucking kidding with us, right? And like I'm telling you guys the fucking truth. Like it wasn't me. I wish it was me so I can just like cut it off, but it literally went until 3 a.m. Do you guys really think I want to be in my boxers at 3 a.m. in the morning in the living room?
Zipping through the house? We literally checked the whole house for boogeyman.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
So, lesson learned, you should check your plugs and wall if it's real.
Oh, to wrap that part up though, the next day when we told the other John, who was part of the Gatmalad team, he called the electric company and there was an electric shortage.
Thank you.
But that doesn't explain the water bottles and the other shit that happened. It only explains Alexa fucking up the lights.
Yeah, and even Alexa was fucking up in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was like, so is it me, guys?
That's true.
I literally was like, you motherfuckers thought it was me.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I'm like, I'm here.
I'm here. I'm just eating my coffee or drinking my coffee.
Period. There you go.
Okay, well, let's say, is there anything else you want people to know about you that maybe they don't know? And have you thought of your question for the next guest?
Not yet.
Okay, it's okay.
What do I want people to know about me? I'm just a regular dude, you guys.
You are.
Like, there's no difference. I keep telling people, I was like, so one thing I don't like is when people call me like, oh my god, you're so famous. You're literally this icon. I was like, you guys, I'm like a regular dude who just makes funny video on the internet. I'm just a clown on the internet. And like, really, like, I even told you guys, like, heart to heart, that, you know, like, it never got into me with all of this, I guess we'll call it fame, that I am more than anyone else or like higher than anyone else. Because really, I never see myself like that. Because again, I grew up knowing not privilege with things and in life. So I know what it is to be poor, to be in a very like stale or I don't know situation. So I can, you could literally bring me to a poor country or whatever and I'll survive.
Yeah.
With eating like just rice.
Yeah.
And I'll be good.
You're humble. You're humble.
I guess
you are.
I guess you can call that. You can call me that. But again, like, you know, I don't feel empowered with the mass. With I guess the power that I hold right now.
You
in
don't have a
social
Kanye
media.
ego.
No.
And thank God, because I don't like that.
No,
We
I
won't
don't.
be friends.
And I don't like that. I'm saying, oh my god, guys, I have 5.3 million. I make this much money. I actually don't make money. And another thing, you guys, I don't make money from TikTok. I'm from Canada, and they don't pay Canadians, so.
He should make money though. He'd be making the entertainment. Half of the entertainment on TikTok is you're like half of what I watch.
There you go. And yeah, well, I hope
that.
people like this conversation that we've had.
I hope so too. Do you have your question for your next guest?
Do I have a question for my next guest?
For my next guest, sorry.
Yeah.
What is it?
It would be, what is something that you are proud about yourself?
Like that. That's good.
That's good?
It's a good way to open a conversation. Hell yeah.
What is something that you are proud about yourself? Because I think a lot of times, and in the era of like social media, we always notice the bad, the negative, what we don't have, what others have.
Yeah.
And we never focus on the things that we have, which is positive.
Yeah.
It's like I always see it this way, that even the most beautiful people in the world, or the smartest people in the world, there is something in them that's lacking that they wish they have, which you have.
Yeah.
And you should be thankful about that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, let's say a Victoria's Secret model who is so pretty, petite and everything might be going through an abusive relationship, and you are in a healthy relationship, and they wish they have that. And it, you know, I think we're just very I guess, what do you call this? Our minds are controlled to think that you should not be content on what you have in your life or how you are, and you should aim for more.
Yeah.
When, you know, like 2 or 3 years ago, what you wish you are or what you have is you have right now. But now you're wishing for more.
Yeah.
When you should be thankful that, oh my God,
where you're at right now.
This is who I wanted to be 3 years ago, and I am that now.
Yeah.
I should be thankful.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's true. You should be thankful.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful I met you. All right, guys. If you want to hear more from John, where can they find you?
They can find me in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, nurse.john.
And his podcast, I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
And guys, if you want to hear more from me and John, don't forget to head over to my Patreon for the juicy bits from this episode.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy in Patreon.
Shit.
You're gonna want to hear the juiciest part because we're gonna release it in Spotify or Apple.
It's due.
This is the one. This is the exclusive content you want to hear. This is the talk shit, the drama, the gossip you want to be hearing.
All right. Thank you, John.
Thank you for inviting me again in this podcast. I'm so happy to be part of this. I cannot wait to invite you to my podcast and we talk about stuff.
I can't wait. I want to have some of that espresso I see.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks really good.
I love you.
I love you. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.